Hey guys, Resbora here, and huge news, the Hell Let Loose 2023 roadmap has finally come out after months and months and months of waiting. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right in. As always, if you guys go ahead and like the video, definitely go ahead and hit that like button. If you really like it, consider subscribing. We just hit 1,000 subscribers, so thank you so much. If you want to see live moments, definitely check out the Twitch link in bio. All right, here we go. So we've gone ahead and gotten a roadmap for the entire year of 2023. It's separated by months that there will be content drops, so let's go ahead and dive into each month. So first, we're looking at April. This just happened. I'm sorry, I'm a little late on this. I just got back from a trip. So April, which just came out with the update yesterday, April 5th, 2023. General bug fixes, free DLC, quality of life improvements, gameplay analytics, and premium DLC. So first thing, free DLC and premium DLC. It was just a few outfits here. The Hell Let Loose Near Miss DLC is a few helmets that are like banged up helmets, and I'm showing that on the screen right now. And then the Hell Let Loose Battle Scarred is pretty cool. Battle Scarred like cosmetics for the German faction. Cost $4.99 US. It's available now in the Steam store. It's also available on Xbox and PlayStation, effective right now. So that's the first little update. Pretty cool that they're bringing in some new cosmetics. Not a huge update, but in reference to the cosmetics, I'm glad Team 17 is really bringing in some new outfits for us. Next, gameplay analytics. I think this is going to be one of the bigger ones that you're going to see here. What are gameplay analytics? Well, what they're designed to do is go ahead and measure different things that happen in the game. The real reason why this is in here is to really figure out why the grenade glitch happens, as well as the worst glitch in the entire game, the loadout glitch, happens. I'm actually a little surprised that Hell Let Loose doesn't have this. I've spoken to devs in the past, part of Black Matter, not Team 17, and they mentioned they never had any analytics, which is pretty regular for most AAA titles or main multiplayer games in general. One of the most notable gameplay analytics that I remember in recent history is Battlefield. Battlefield actually used gameplay analytics to draw heat maps onto their betas, as well as onto their maps in general. And what they use those for is to determine what portions of the maps were used more so than others, as well as potentially, any of these glitches or any sort of like what gun is being used more, what gun is not being used as much. And this helped the devs go ahead and build more balance around the game, discover bugs faster, as well as iterate the maps. So I'm really glad that gameplay analytics is one of the first things in this update 13.5 coming out, as it'll help set the foundation of any other glitches or bugs that come into the game going forward. I cannot tell you how many bugs come into the game the second an update drops. Already, there's a huge issue that's being reported with a double reload on bolt action rifles, almost game breaking. So we need to make sure that gets hot fixed out of the game with this update. But hopefully the gameplay analytics is a step in the right direction. Next, quality of life improvements. So this is probably the longest changelog I've ever seen in Hell Let Loose. Although it's not a major update in reference to content, it's a huge update in quality of life. Most of the updates you're going to see are going to be map changes and map fixes in reference to misaligned assets, in reference to glitched parts of the maps. And probably the most notable that you'll notice, you can play Kursk again. If you didn't know, Kursk was glitched out of this world to where you could not even play the map. If you loaded into the map, it had a potential of crashing the entire game on players. Kursk is fixed. You're able to go ahead and play it now, both on PC and on console. So I'll go ahead and quickly just scroll through all the fixed bugs here, but you can go ahead and see those. Again, this is all for pretty much every single map has seen some sort of fix. I think another notable thing is how much they've been able to go ahead and track. This is the first Team 17 full update without Black Matter, and I think it's really interesting as to how detailed they are in reference to their bug fixes and change. I know for sure Mono and Terry and some of the other Hell Loose content creators always mentioned how many bugs were missed or how many updates were in the game but missed in the changelog. It seems that every single change that's gone into effect has been logged into this changelog, which is good because I don't think we're going to get a lot of those random like major meta changes that we saw before that were just not listed in the changelog. That is just has no place in this game. So I'm glad they're really detailed. Another quality of life thing, which I'm glad it helps performance, but I really doubt it was that much. I don't know. They got rid of some of the Easter eggs. The teddy bears, worm figurines, and the gnomes are no more. They've been erased from the game. Again, I'm here for the performance improvements. We've been needing that for a long time. If it's in the mindset of fixing the performance, I'm all here for it. But man, that's a bummer. Sounds, animations, notably the M1 Garand reload. There was a MP40 that we talked about in the last one. So some just general quality of life changes. That's awesome to see. Again, quality of life, general bug fixing. That's pretty much it for April, and that's the update available right now. Let's go ahead and move on over. We got June. June seems like a big month, so let's go ahead and go through it. Again, free DLC, so I anticipate that it'll be close to what we've pretty much saw. Quality of life improvements. Hopefully, at this point in time, we might have enough data to go ahead and fix the grenade glitch or the loadout glitch. That'd be awesome. Further gameplay analytics, map refresh, which we already kind of talked about. They're gonna go through each map, do another pass. I don't think they're gonna come out with something like SMDM 2.0 or 3.0 in essence, but they're gonna go ahead and edit a little bit more like Kursk probably, where Kursk 2.0 now is the same Kursk. It's just they fixed the HQs. I think some of that is gonna have another pass. Improved locomotion, that's awesome. I know there was some issues with players when they look up. It's kind of derpy, or from a third-person perspective, it looks a little derpy, so that'll be nice. Nonverbal communication tools. Husk is going to be the happiest guy in the entire world with nonverbal communication tools. Alpine Sniper, me, and Fresh Baked Goods kind of called this beforehand the roadmap was released. This is something similar that we're going to see. My anticipation is it's going to look somewhat, if not almost exactly like it does in Squad. I know people were super upset about it in Squad, but I'll tell you what. I played Squad recently with the new nonverbal communication tools. It doesn't impact the game at all. At all. No, it's not going to force you to go ahead and have to talk through only hand motions like go forward or flip people off or wave at them. And the way they did it in Squad is pretty realistic. I mean, like the most of the free ones you get are just point over there or like call over here or rally up. There's nothing really major about it. So as long as we don't get something like a Fortnite dance in Hella Loose, I'm sure it'll be fine. And I'm certain it'll be a great way to go ahead and monetize the game a little more. Hey, devs, if you're listening, hear me out. Throw some like content creator hand motions over there. Like me, I'm always doing finger guns. That's like my thing. Husk, like I'm sure there's a funny one for Husk, or like tall grass or Mono or Terry or Fresh Baked Goods. Like there'd be some little funny little hand motions that we could get going in there. But again, within reason. Like let's not make this Fortnite. Let's not make this like some crazy new Battlefield cosmetic stuff. Like let's just keep it grounded. Updated in-game player reporting tools. So this will be something like stats. I mean, just more detailed stats. I know kill death ratio doesn't matter, but man, I would love to know like how many garrisons versus how many outposts I placed. I mean, I would like to have a central area that I could see like my kill death ratio, or like see how effective I am at putting garrisons, like something a little more detailed. Battlefield, again, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4 had like battle log, I think it was what it was called. Great place for just raw data. I love seeing data, and I like to focus on different parts of my gameplay. So if I can go ahead and put more garrisons, fuck it, I'll put more garrisons. Probably the biggest update, British forces, our boys, the Commonwealth, our boys from across the pond are finally joining Hell Loose. It's also been confirmed 2 new maps are coming with the British forces as well, which is, again, pretty much what we found in line with what usually comes with a new faction. About 2 new maps. I would anticipate probably a 3rd one coming a little later for the British. It'll be awesome. I think another cool thing that would be cool if like maybe they swapped some of the I don't know, some of the maps that are already in game to British as well, if they're within reason. That way you can get a little more exposure to the British. But huge update. It's fully confirmed. No specific date, but it'll be sometime in June. So probably on a Tuesday or Thursday. I think it's when their updates usually come out. But that'll be awesome. I was so excited to be using the Commonwealth forces in Hella Loose. And if I don't get my Firefly, I'll be pretty upset. But super excited. New website coming out, new merch store. That's awesome. I mean, it makes sense. They're transitioning everything away from Black Matter, so awesome. It'll probably also be an easy way that they can go ahead and monetize the game a little more with the merch, as well as move away from Steam fully, where Steam obviously takes 30% profits right off the top. So if they make their own website where you could just potentially purchase Hella Loose through there, and we'll get into a little more about like the Microsoft like store, or the Windows 10 update. It's pretty much all the same thing. They're trying to go ahead and not completely get off Steam, but have Steam take less profits. More premium DLC, keep the freaking cosmetics coming. Again, I want like a tank skin. They have smart materials in the game. I would love to see some more of that. Next one here, July. So July, we've got some general bug fixes. I'm pretty much anticipating this on every single one. Gameplay analytics, again, same thing. New tutorial system. Amazing. Amazing. We've needed this for so freaking long. I can't wait for new players to not have to look at YouTube and just straight up look in the game and learn how to play. That's amazing that they're prioritizing that. New game mode objective. That'd be awesome. We've been talking about it for so long, seeing new game modes, like smaller game modes to where you don't have to sit there for an hour and a half. I don't really think it's going to split the player base because everyone's going to really still like Warfare. Console, you have no choice. You're going to play whatever it tells you to play. 101st Airborne DLC. 101st. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know if like this is going to be some additional thing. I imagine just more cosmetics, which will be sweet. In-game store. I know people are really upset about this. Again, guys, this is just simply like you're in the game and you can purchase cosmetics through there. That's it. Like there's nothing else. I know for sure like Hella Loose isn't going to go into like pay to win. There's no way. Like if they do, like they're immediately going to go ahead and lose their fan base. So it's going to be where you can just purchase in-game content through the in-game store, like the 101st Airborne DLC, like the paid DLC we were just talking about from the prior, and then going forward. So more premium DLC, again, that'll be dope. I will probably be buying that. All right, next up, we got September. Windows 10 version of Hella Loose. I think this is actually one of the bigger things that you want to go ahead and pay attention to. Why, Raz? Great question. So Windows 10 version of Hella Loose, I was talking to one of my buddies, Social Outcast, and he pointed something out. He's like, oh yeah, that's usually the first step for games to kind of partner up with Microsoft. And I was like, okay, well, why does that really matter? Well, I'll tell you why that matters. So one of the requirements is to be on the Windows Store. And then once they're partnered up with Microsoft, they can then go on Game Pass. So I think Team 17 may be able to go ahead and get in with Xbox Game Pass and potentially be a game that can be on Xbox Game Pass. Get more people into Hellaloose, be a free-to-play game basically through there. I'm almost certain that I played tons of Team 17 games like It Takes Two and some other ones through Xbox Game Pass already. So if they can go ahead and move over Hellaloose onto Game Pass, I think that'll actually be pretty good for its growth and longevity, honestly, especially if they're going the way that we think they're going into a live service kind of game, potentially set for the next 5-6 years, as they mentioned in their dev brief, where they want to do 1939 till, you know, the end of the war, like 1945 or whatever, of version of Hellaloose. So Game Pass would 100% help with the longevity as well as introduce more people to the game. Map refresh, again, same kind of thing, going ahead and breaking down the maps, updating the maps a little bit, evening them out. That'll be awesome. Steam Deck verified version, I think these people will probably be destroyed, but if it's available on more platforms and it doesn't impact PC or console, I think that's fine. I know the Steam Deck is literally just Steam, so it'll probably be partnered up with Steam and PC. They're gonna get destroyed, but I mean, at least they'll be able to play. Premium DLC, dope. More outfits for me. Great. And lastly, December, new tutorial system. So I'm hoping it'll be maybe like a firing range, like Postscriptum or Squad have. That'll be fantastic. Be able to go ahead and dial in shots. Be able to go ahead and get a feel of the game. New game mode Skirmish. This is long needed, man. I'm telling you right now, that'll be hand in hand with Danzig, the new map as well. This will basically be like a team deathmatch from how I understand it based off their dev briefing. Just, again, lets new players go ahead and feel out the first-person shooter perspective. The gunplay is so important in these games, man. So if there's an approachable way that people can learn into Hellaloose, you feel how the gunplay feels, which in my opinion feels probably the best out of any game. Great. Another huge update here, guys. The Winter War and the Finnish and Polish forces. So last year we got one faction, or 2 years ago? I don't know when we got the Russians, but they're doing 3 factions in 1 year. That's insane. So 2 new factions. I mean, that's gonna be huge here. Polish Finnish forces, the full Winter War, which is early war here. So that'll be super cool to go ahead and see potentially, the Finnish versus the Soviets. And yeah, I mean, I'm super excited that they're bringing in some just not really covered Hellaloose, World War II stuff. I hope it's fun. My worry is that it'll be something like Battlefield 5 or Battlefield 5. I think the game was great, but like there was no notable battles. Now that there's notable battles in Hellaloose, I think they can start branching out into less known battles, but make it to where, it's still enjoyable and different. New clan system. I have no idea what this is going to be, but I am excited. Maybe it'll be some sort of way that you can link up with different clans and do like a whole competitive scene. The competitive scene in Hellaloose is huge. Updated soundtrack and audio, great. I want the Fury whistle. I have told every dev I've spoken to I need that ricochet whistle sound, and we haven't gotten it yet. So hopefully we go ahead and get that, and then more premium DLC. So all in all, I mean, huge for 2023 in Hellaloose. I anticipate this game is going to go ahead and again blow up in popularity over the course of the next year. It seems that Hellaloose 2 is really far out now, where they're really capitalizing on Hellaloose 1, making it a live service and anticipating it to be, 5-6 years potentially that they're going to support this game. Will it happen? I don't know, but I mean, they've got to get their money back. They paid $30-40 million for the Hellaloose IP. So we'll go ahead and see. I'm super excited. Make sure to go ahead and check out our live streams daily on Rasbora, on Twitch. If you like the video, again, go ahead and like the video and subscribe. And we'll see you next time on Dragon Ball Z. I mean, hell loose. All right, see you. Bye.